see no recent news about the World Cup. What is it?
Oh, I got you. You just wait.
I'm trying to find. I want to be.
You just wait.
Okay.
It's gonna be incredible. Tim, why is your mind blank?
I don't
You
know.
okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I think
You have a long week, too much time in the heat, up in those trees.
No, I mean it was a short week, so
Flew
had
too
n-
close to the sun.
That's true. Yeah, it was 4th of July week, so
yeah,
day off.
yeah, and Tuesday, so I've only worked
Holy
3 days,
cow.
and
Must be fucking nice.
Yeah, Vince, what you worked 4th of July, didn't you? And the day
I
after?
was supposed to work the 4th of July, but they told me. So for one, they changed it like 3 times on me within like 45 minutes, because they're like, hey, come in at 10 tomorrow. And I was like, oh, cool, I get to sleep in a bit. That's awesome. And then they're like, oh, just kidding. We need you to take a trailer to Grand Island. I was like, and it leaves at 5 in the morning. I'm like, fuck, okay, fine. And then they changed it again, like after I'd taken a shower, gotten ready for bed. I was ready to fall asleep at like 9. And then they're like, just kidding. We don't need it anymore. Just call Cisco. Oops. Call at 10. It's fine. Call at 10.
I can edit it out if you'd like.
I don't care. Call at 10 and see if they need any help. So I called at 10. They're like, yeah, no, we don't need anything. Just take the day off. I'm like, cool, don't call me back because I won't answer. Do not do it.
Yeah, I respect the fact that you even called. If they said, I'm like, nah, I'm not calling.
The guy.
You're out of your mind.
The guy.
Tell me right now, am I coming in tomorrow or not? Well, okay, I'm not being there.
The guy
home in
the
the
guy
hall.
played with my emotions a bit because he's like, I'm asking you to do this because I trust you, Vince. That's why I chose you to do this. I'm like, you son of a bitch.
How dare you?
How dare you play with my pride?
Hey,
like
that's
that.
good. I like that.
You bring my
I-
honor into this.
I'm gonna take notes on those tactics to use against you. Next time I need you to do something, Vince, I know you're a man of integrity, and I know that you care deeply about what you do. So I'm trusting you as a man.
Do this.
Yeah, that's how. Because my bosses were kind of saying, "Well, we don't think you should work, but yeah." I'm like, all right, I'm not coming in.
Yeah.
Don't call
Perfect. You
me.
answered it for me.
Yeah. If you're not sure, I'm not coming in. That's final. And then Tim, as the greatest union of all, they're like, yeah, just take the whole week off. Celebrate our independence the entire week.
I didn't take the whole week off.
It was Thursday.
Oh, I worked Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Anyway, why are you all dreary?
Drew?
Dreary? Why is your mind blank?
I don't know. I couldn't think of what the hell we're gonna talk about today, but apparently you got. Hoping you had it covered. I didn't
Always
hear
have it
any.
covered, Tim. What are you
I didn't
talking
get
about?
a top 5 thing to work on nothing. I don't know.
Oh, you didn't get
I'll
my
just-
text? I'm just kidding.
I wouldn't have read it anyway.
We'll do it. What should we do for our top 5? Our next top 5? So maybe bring Grady on, do top 5 beers. Be fun.
Be a good time.
We could do top 5 hat brands.
Hat
Since
brands.
we're all
There's like
or styles.
2.
Since we're all avid hat wearers. If you're not following on the YouTube.
Styles. Like, there's only like
Flat bill.
Oh,
there might be 5.
There's tons.
Snapback. Buckleback.
buckle.
Baseball. That's 5 right there.
Perfect. There it is.
There's the list.
Everybody's top 5.
Easy. You almost just shut the whole thing down, slapping the cord. Don't touch it. Don't even look at it.
Tug on that thread.
Anyway, I'm just kidding. Tim, I haven't thought of anything. I assumed that you'd come prepared
We thought you had a balls and
It's
bases
on
ready
you.
for us.
with baseball heating back up.
Oh. Nothing, man. I don't know. I just haven't paid much I really have read very little news this week, so it's just,
What have you been doing with life?
I don't know.
I mean, you're obviously not working, so what have you been doing?
Been playing Skyrim?
No.
Nope. Figured not.
I'm
I
curious.
I started Halo again, and then I stopped, and then
You're like a like relationship whore with video games. It's just you're on and off again, bouncing around all over the place, one night stands, and
I just haven't. I don't know. I just can't totally commit myself to Skyrim like
okay.
you
But
guys have in
I'm
the
seriously
past.
curious.
I,
What do you do with your free time? What are your hobbies?
I don't know. Just watch TV.
What have you been
Basically.
okay, what have you been watching?
Rewatching Better Call Saul because the last
so many shows
the last
out there.
yeah.
Granted, it's a good show, but still.
Yeah, well, the last season, this is the final season, and there's a season break, and they cut me off in the middle. They do that season break now with cable television. Or I don't know what they do.
It's like the intermission, the
Yeah.
season intermission.
Yeah.
They did with Stranger Things too.
Right. They didn't make it wait near as long for that. But this has been 2 months off from it, so I got all itchy, and I even paid for the AMC Plus subscription, and it pissed me off because they cut you off. You don't get to rewatch the previous 6 episodes, and so I got pissed, and so I just restarted the whole series, and I've been slogging through it. Even though I've watched it. This is probably my 3rd or 4th time watching it all the way through.
Nice. I got Westworld
Yeah.
season 4 is back.
Oh yeah.
Episode 3 is out tonight. I'm very excited. Love it. It's great. Everybody should watch it.
I tried.
Tried.
Actually, yeah. Oh yes, I forgot.
I've tried.
I shouldn't say every. People of a certain intellectual level
Yeah.
should watch it.
Very low.
Yeah, you
That's
guys,
what I'm saying.
the kind of audience that you guys are wouldn't understand the
Just not
pretentious,
quite,
incredible storytelling that comes with it.
not quite unintelligent enough.
No, you're not intelligent enough.
Oh, yeah.
It's a
yeah,
very
yeah.
complicated series.
Yeah, very
and
complicated.
I
where it's
wouldn't expect you to be able to follow
just
along.
your very classic simulated life thing that hasn't been done 1,000 times, and it's
Well, yeah, it's a remake of the actual Westworld movie or whatever it was.
perfect.
Have you ever watched that?
I have not the old 70s one or whatever it is.
70s sci-fi is it takes a I don't know.
Yeah, is it
it takes a lot to get through.
Wasn't it like the invention of the Science Channel, the Sci-Fi Channel? It was like in the 70s.
Maybe, I don't know. But that's just kind of when they started. Well, not started, but I mean, there was a lot of like, because it was a book before, wasn't it? And then they made a movie. I think Westworld.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. They started
I
adapting.
just know the
they
show done by Nolan and Joy is really good.
It's just it's hard for me to get into science fiction, especially when like science fiction's all like, I don't know. Like Dune seemed really good. Like Dune was awesome. Dune was so good.
But the 1980s version.
Yeah, I have no idea. But I'm just saying is like science fiction is like, oh, it's not far in the future enough. Like we all get like, oh, cool.
Westworld's getting there. It's very far.
How far? How far, Tyler?
They don't
Please
state,
tell me.
They don't state, but the AI
Exactly. That's why Warhammer 40K is the superior science fiction because it's in the year.
That's science fantasy.
Yeah, because how far in the future it is, where humanity has literally evolved because it's tens of thousands of years.
There's a book called Altered Starscape, and it's about the humans we first came, like in the near future come in contact with like this alien race. So this ship is on a diplomatic mission to like meet these aliens. Anyway, long story short, they somehow get sucked into like a wormhole and come out 4 billion years in the future. It's pretty nuts.
The Earth wouldn't even be there. Like the solar system wouldn't even be there.
It's crazy.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like that. But anyways, Warhammer 40K is
I wonder.
amazing
I
storytelling.
hope if you're a listener who's a big Warhammer 40, please reach out.
Please.
We'll create a segment just for you. We don't care. But I'm betting that there's not.
No, because no offense to our listeners, but it doesn't sound like they really interact with us at all. And the things they do like are pretty much just the sports that we talk about.
I got some sporting
Sometimes.
news. Speaking of which, sporting news about the upcoming World Cup in Qatar. We've been, as a collective unit, I think we've been fairly generous with our bashing, our lack of bashing. We've had like, I guess we've been kind of patient with Qatar. Like we're not like, we kind of like, a couple weeks ago we're like, well, maybe it's not that bad. Maybe it's just propaganda. But some of the most recent news is Qatar will enforce sex ban for unmarried couples. Qatar's banned sex outside of marriage by players and fans during the forthcoming 2022 World Cup tournament. Failure to abide to the rule is equal to a trial of 7 years in prison.
I wonder how many athletes we're gonna like, because like the whole Brittany Garner thing in Russia,
Yeah.
which I don't feel like probably gets enough coverage, but
Yeah, we haven't talked about that at all.
yeah, where she's
Well,
been in.
that's so fishy because it's like it either could she was coerced to say that she actually did that, it was planted.
Well, even
or
if even
I
if
don't know, it's
even
just so-
if the drug thing didn't stick for him, they can still get her for being in like gay married.
Yeah, and she's
Because
yeah
that's also
she's in
illegal.
Russia. They can make up whatever they want.
Wait. So if Qatar, if you're married and you're gay in Qatar, is that okay? Because they just have
Probably
sex
not.
outside of marriage.
Probably
Probably
not. Probably not.
But it's really interesting because sex is such a interesting. I remember back, I think it was the 2010. It was 2010 or 2014 World Cup where like Germany was like really like progressive because they're like, yeah, our players can have sex with her like during the tournament because a lot of teams for like actual like physical conditioning like the players aren't allowed to have sex during the World Cup tournament.
Which is
like
also a
from-
myth.
It's from their coaches. 'cause
Yeah,
it's
which
like-
is a myth.
well, the
They've tested that on
but the
sports science.
sexual release and messes with your physiology
It
and
doesn't.
your psychology.
It's a myth. They did.
Well, the Germans are really ahead. Like I said, back it was 2010 or 2014 where they were like, yeah, we don't do what you guys got to do. But yeah, Qatar's bringing it back where it's like, unless you're bringing your wife to the team hotel, which I'm sure most federations and teams aren't going to do.
Yeah, because then their wives are gonna have to wear hijabs, and they're also gonna have to like not leave
Be
the
in
house.
Qatar.
And, yeah. Yep. So
Interesting. Well, I'm curious to see if anybody gets busted for this. Like, it's like if like, you know, we're coming into the World Cup quarterfinal, and who's a hot player? I don't.
Christian Pulisic.
Yeah, like so. Let's say we're going to the quarterfinals. Christian Pulisic gets caught having sex with this obviously extremely attractive,
A 12 out of 10.
probably the best looking person
Yeah.
that you've seen in the world. Travels to Europe to have sex with Pulisic because that's just what he does, and maybe like a threesome with McKinney as well. No judging. But what if they get suspended? Like, are we going to see like a suspension where FIFA's like, well, Qatar said.
I
You
will say
can't
this:
play.
Qatar, if you try and like jail or
Take away.
take away Christian Pulisic, any of the honestly anybody from the U.S. Men's national team,
That's a
it'll
war.
be a personal vendetta from me. I will show up.
Vince is going to Rambo all of Qatar.
Yeah, I will break them out for sure. That isn't a threat. That's a promise.
That's
It's not a threat. That's a promise.
looking at you, Qatar.
Yeah.
But I'm
So I dare you.
please
At this point now, I dare you, because I would love. Give me a reason.
give me a reason to invade Qatar.
By myself.
Thank you,
One man army.
Can you bring me back some oil while you're there? Gas prices kind of high. But it's, I mean, Weston McKinney actually got in trouble for this about it was 6 months to a year ago. Brought some girlfriends over to the hotel during COVID
Hell
protocol. So
I
it's
remember
like,
that now.
he's like, COVID ain't stopping me. I guarantee you the government of Qatar
Ain't
is
stopping
not
me.
stopping me. So this hotel's mine. But it will be interesting to see if they actually like enforce something like in the middle of like a knockout.
They spent all this money to get this in the middle of a freaking desert, and why would they just ruin it by
It's Qatar.
jailing?
Because Qatar has morals, and they also pay FIFA to abide by their morals.
Yeah.
Morals in
I
quotations.
guess they have enough money to do both. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep,
That's
yeah,
what I'm saying. So it'll be interesting. So the U.S. isn't doing anything about the Brittany. What's her name?
Griner.
Griner.
Griner? Is it
Griner.
Griner?
I don't know. I think
Yeah.
it's with an I.
Brittany G.
Yeah.
We're not really doing anything, are we, to help her?
Biden, he literally like came out with something right before his executive order, like talking about he's like they're working hard to get her back, I guess, but who knows what that means, you know?
But yeah, we're
He's
Us-
probably,
us
he was
and-
probably
us-
misinformed about it before he came out. For the press
Russia
conference.
and I are Russia and the U.S. That was weird. Us U.S. Aren't exactly tight right now, so I don't know how that's exactly going to work with negotiations. Since we're
If Trump
we're
was
per,
here,
we're per, yeah.
he would have had her back.
He would have just give Putin the old slobby knob and
Hey, at least
It'd
he's
be-
doing
it'd be out of
something
there.
for people, Tim. So yeah, I'm very curious to see it. Probably none of this will happen. They probably won't interfere with, I'm assuming, players. But who knows? It's a crazy world we live in.
Yeah,
And the
crazy
fact-
things have happened this
The
year.
fact that we're even playing in Qatar in of itself is insane. So who actually knows? The other news coming out, speaking of sticking with their morals, no beer will be served inside stadiums at the 2022
thing we
World
didn't
Cup in
go.
Qatar, which is so funny Because if you remember back in 2018 in Brazil has a strict no alcohol policy in their stadiums because people get a little too rowdy. It's not has nothing to do with the World Cup. That's just how it is there. And FIFA's like, well, our Budweiser's our sponsor, so we actually are going to serve alcohol and beer.
We're going to need that.
We're actually going to serve beer during the World Cup. Brazil's like, fine, okay. But now Big Daddy Qatar says, no, we don't do alcohol in stadiums. And FIFA said, yes, sorry.
Budweiser's a sponsor of the FIFA World Cup?
Of FIFA, not the World Cup.
This goes deep.
It
This
doesn't-
is cut deep.
We
no,
already
no,
know
no.
FIFA's already the enemy.
That's what I'm saying, though, is that they were in cahoots with Belgium when they knocked
Yeah,
us.
why do you think their FIFA ratings are always so high and everybody gets...
Sorry, it's all just clicking now. I didn't understand that. I didn't
It's
know that
big
Budweiser was a
Belgium
thing.
Conspiracy.
Sons of bitches.
They're rooted,
Connect the dots on the board.
they're rooted deeper than you think.
They're just here to knock out the U.S. and then apparently get knocked out themselves, but those bastards.
They're here to knock out the U.S. and then convince all the American soccer fans that they're the best thing since sliced bread, and then they lose to Japan or
yeah.
somebody else. So, yeah, I find it very fascinating that what does Qatar? I mean, I understand Qatar paid FIFA a lot of money, but Brazil also paid FIFA a lot of money. What's the difference here? Why is FIFA?
Qatar had probably a lot more money.
They had oil money.
Yeah, Brazil is like not doing too hot economically, I
That's
don't think.
true.
So I feel like that was more of like a pity thing. Like FIFA's like, well, these guys really like soccer. I mean, they really like it. All right, listen, few billion here. You got
You can have it.
Your population's still just going to be in extreme poverty, except for the top 1%, and we'll let you have it.
And also, we're gonna change your federal laws.
Yeah.
While we're at it. But because I remember back when this happened, when we talked trash about FIFA for this, but now we're on the flip side. We're like, it's FIFA. Like, can't have it both ways. But it's because of the inconsistency, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, like I said,
But also, if there's
they're one of the most corrupt organizations in the world, so it's like, and that's saying a lot.
at this point, why would you go to the World Cup?
It's
I would go.
To
I would still
enjoy.
go. If I had a free plane ticket, I'd probably go to the World Cup in Qatar.
you would get arrested immediately.
Oh, I
if you
know.
were gonna try and sneak gin in or
Oh, I wouldn't
just straight
try.
up straight gin.
I
too.
wouldn't try. I would.
Yeah, you would. You
I
get
got
caught.
Here's how you do it. And the Qatari government would have zero idea. It's
Again,
coming.
terrified of flying, but would still fly to a World Cup and then also sneak alcohol into a very like
But he fears
human
no
rights
government.
violating country.
Brittany,
No fear.
Brittany Griner's got nothing on me.
Yeah.
So what it is? You got to get the tight slider shorts by Under Armour that has the little pocket for a nut cup.
Mhm.
And instead of putting a nut cup in, you put a little flask or some sort of alcohol content.
It has
in
to be
that
very
nut cup.
little because you don't want them thinking.
You don't want to be
You're
bulging too much.
But it's Qatar, right?
But it
You
is-
know, well, they might not want to be filling up a dude, but at the same time, maybe. I don't
That's
know.
true. But I'm saying it's foolproof, and then you put a belt on, so if it comes up on a beep, the wand, you just, oh yeah, it's my belt. So pull up. They're looking straight at the alcohol in your pants, and like, oh no, it's just a belt. You're good.
Well, I mean,
Walk
you'd
right
just
on through.
you'd get like one of those
Get a
like
plastic
a
flask,
camelback bladder, you know, like
Yeah, you could do that
yeah.
too, like the backpack thing that slides in your back,
Yeah.
and it's just it's a pouch this big,
of
just
gin.
full of whatever.
yeah.
But you would
No,
be gin.
I would need beer for
riot punch.
Like beer, I would want beer for the World Cup. Beer's just a perfect sporting drink.
Mm.
You'd have to have it.
I get that, but it's just like every time I've gone to an event with you, it's always you sneaking gin, just straight.
We went
gin
to
in.
one event together.
Every event.
What other events besides Little Dicky?
That was every event.
And yeah, Save does a lot of money, Vince. So you're welcome. But yeah, it's just nuts. You would have to be a very dedicated fan to go to this World Cup, because it's like, or close to the end of your life, because like I can go now, or I can just wait 4 years and come to America, land of the free,
Mm-hmm.
and do whatever I want,
We'll let you do anything
anything.
you want.
So
You want to shoot? Never mind, I can't do that. I can't. That would have been bad.
I was wondering if I was going to take the low-hanging fruit there. Tim was itching. So yeah, that's World Cup news. I guess T's and P's, thoughts and prayers to the players and athletes who love to. I mean,
Drain their balls. before
I'm
going.
sure
They
sex,
still have each other.
I'm sure sex is like a
They
pregame.
can't do unless they're married.
I'm sure sex is like a pregame ritual for a lot of players.
I mean, it should be. Should be. Get you nice and loose, gets the heart rate going. It's a good warm up, honestly.
And it calms the nerves.
Calms the
You
nerves.
have that release, and you're
You're
kinda
lighter.
Good. You have some clarity.
Post nut clarity, man. There's nothing like
You
it.
need it especially in a game of soccer where your mind's constantly going the
Racing.
entire time.
Yeah. So
Now I think about it, everybody should be encouraged to have sex before playing soccer.
yeah, I mean that's why we should also be coaches.
We just bring your wives, bring your girlfriends, bring whoever you want. We're having a team orgy. 1 hour pregame in the locker room. Let's go. It'd be a fun team to play for. Unless somebody, of course, has an STD of some sort, or you're nervous about being naked around other. But if you're on a team at that level, I mean, you're already showered together.
Yeah, you've seen.
I mean, we were showering together come high school.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come pros, and you're in a different country together, and sometimes it gets a little lonely. Yeah,
I was-
showering is the least.
I was
that you've
peeing
done
on
together.
teammates in the shower.
Hey, it kills athlete's foot.
Yeah, sterile,
Yeah, you're just
which is
looking.
also a myth.
You're just looking out for your teammates.
Get all my sports knowledge from dodgeball.
Is that really a myth?
That
Urine's
urine's
not
sterile? Yeah, it's not sterile.
It's
It's very similar to like your intestines. You have unique flora in your urine.
Flora? I have flowers. Am I?
It's, Jesus.
Actually, I don't know what you mean exactly by flora. Bacteria?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. You would have loved this. I was at a farmer's market at University's East Campus yesterday,
Not loving it yet.
and there was a guy there who had a tent for different. I don't know what it was. It was some sort of scientific agriculture thing.
Uh-huh.
Tim, how do you say the word fungi?
Fungi.
That's how I would say
So
it.
he was teaching some kid, and he kept going fungi, and I was like, "Oh, Vince would love this guy. You're a big soft G guy."
No, I'm a big correct pronunciation guy.
How is fungi not fungi but GIF is GIF? It's
Again,
both sides-
it's
it's a
just how it's
GI.
pronounced. It's just how it's pronounced.
But he kept like,
The English language makes zero sense, and a lot of
I'm
other,
aware of that. But
Yeah,
but
so
it's
I'm just saying.
I just assumed you pronounced every G as a soft G.
only the ones that are supposed to be pronounced that way.
Okay, fair enough. Well, he was like emphasizing fungi. He was like emphasizing. Like, I was like, this guy has to be friends with Vince. Like he's just trolling little kids on science.
Can't believe you would think that.
I can't believe you don't call it fungi.
Why would I? It's not how
You
it's
see-
pronounced.
Well, it's not pronounced as GIF, so we're not going to
It
get into this.
is.
Anyway, your point about flora and fungi in the intestines.
It's
I
not
don't think
fungi.
this- I don't
if
do-
you have
yeah,
fungi in your
that's-
intestines,
that's not
you're
good.
Whatever
in
you
trouble.
said. I'm not a scientist. Whatever you said.
we know.
That's what happened to those people in whatever. Crap. Never mind.
Okay. Moving
I
on.
was, I was trying to think of the video
You
game
should have
and
brought
why
beer today, Tim. You're doing yourself
I-
a disservice.
I might just hang
Drink
back.
your rapist juice.
It's strawberry grape,
Can you show it
not
to the camera?
strawberry rape.
Well, except it does say that right underneath Mamba Forever. So it's funny that they got.
Oh,
Kobe.
is that what it is?
It's
Yeah, it's for Kobe.
The Mamba.
It's got both of his jerseys in there, pre-rape, post-rape.
Jesus.
I hope I'm
Yeah.
making somebody mad. I go out of my way to make people mad.
People
about
really
that.
are defendants of Kobe, though.
I will say,
You're
out of
the-
all people, I feel like he tried his best to make amends. Whereas like Ben Roethlisberger, I don't think has done shit. Yeah, just like all those.
You think Deshaun Watson's done enough?
Again, he has not been convicted of it yet because he's fighting it.
Kobe's was a civil thing
Also,
as well.
they don't
but-
because Deshaun.
now
They settled like 20 of the cases.
Yeah, now because like it's like you got to settle these. You have to. And eventually, like he's just fine, whatever.
Are you a Deshaun defendant?
I don't know because it's like again, he like so many of the accusations are just like so shitty, like they're bad. It's just like they had text messages about it and all that stuff. The evidence that I've seen is just like so many are shitty, and then again, like then like more women are coming out, which is good. Like that you should always feel safe to come out about it. But he was the only player I think in history that's just like, no, I'm not going down like that. That's not how it went.
Mm-hmm.
So name another player that has ever like defended themselves against accusations. None. None. All of them have been like,
Ezekiel Elliott?
Did he?
Tyreek Hill?
They've defended themselves.
I don't think Tyreek defended himself. He's just, I beat the shit out of her.
Look, no, I'm talking about sexual assault. That lady deserved it. Anyways.
Anyway, your intestine bit that you were talking about.
Yeah. Just like there's unique bacteria in your gut, like per person, like each person's bacteria are unique to them, which is insane to think about. Similarly, there's also unique to you bacteria in your bladder and your urine.
Yeah, it is strange that people would be like, yeah, feces is not sterile, but pee is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people are dumb.
Vince,
Also, did you know that they actually have like shit transplants? Like they transplant somebody with healthy gut bacteria into somebody who has unhealthy gut bacteria.
Yeah,
they do that.
Fecal transplant.
Yeah, they do that.
Fascinating.
There's a whole,
how cool is that?
There's a whole South Park on it.
I just want you to know, Vince, that if you had bad gut, bacteria, I would.
I definitely do. Most likely,
I would not donate my shit to you.
That's kind of messed up, dude. It's just your shit. It's
gross.
literally the lowest form of.
Gross.
Yeah, and you're not using it anymore. Just give it to me. Give me your shit.
This whole things that we've been doing for the last couple minutes it's a really good idea. I think came to me light bulb flashing on my head. It can either be a segment or a podcast in of itself, where Vince just cracks down on old wives' tales.
Oh, that'd be great.
It's
I
just
love it.
You are bashing and attacking because you. I mean, it is
And
surprising.
Can we do conspiracies too? Can I bash on them?
It's
I love
conspiracy and old wives' tales. Just getting it
love
hammer.
'em.
But because the
problem is that most conspiracies, like, it's literally just some guy on Facebook
yeah.
posts a conspiracy and like, look, just believe me when I tell you that these things are true.
Oh yeah, I want to believe
There's
that
a video.
too.
I saw the video.
Yeah,
He said it was true.
dude, look,
That
that is crazy.
but seriously though, because there's like, I feel like the older population
Mm-hmm.
is very married to those old wives' tales and those things, those myths that they learned
Folks
as
from
children.
the Appalachians. Ooh.
What?
From the Appalachians, man, dude, they still do like some crazy. What's the word?
Voodoo rituals.
Kind of. You guys are very about sports. What's the word? I'm trying to think.
Superstitious.
Superstitious. They're very superstitious, and they still do stuff like not because they even necessarily believe it, just because they've always done it.
Mm.
So
I'd be down, Vince. Can you dedicate a second day of the week
nah,
to my microphones? I didn't think so.
I'll do a segment though. That'd be fun. I'd do a segment.
And you'll do the research.
Yeah.
I bet you would. Because I trust you. I trust in you to be the type of guy who has the integrity to follow through when I ask him to do something.
Well, you give me the green light button, and I'll make it
All
happen.
right, you gonna make a title too, or you want me to title it?
You're more creative than I am.
That's
You can
true.
title it.
And I'll probably end up just coming up with the ideas for it and then just doing the segment myself.
That's cool
I'm
too.
just kidding. No, but hey, I like that. That's a good idea. We'll get maybe we'll record it on the
I
same.
would love to educate people on
We'll do here's
the misinformation out there.
here's the plan. We'll have this segment. It's part of the Garage Talk podcast, but it gets its own 20-minute episode halfway through the week.
Mm.
So now you're getting 2 GTPs in 1 week. How do you like that?
So I do have to come in a second day.
No,
Okay.
we just recorded 20
okay,
minutes
okay,
after
okay.
before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Tim, do you want any part of this or?
Yeah, sure.
Nah, I don't want you to have part of this.
We can attack
kidding.
UFOs or aliens first.
I'm talking about old wives' tales.
Oh, okay.
We can, but once we run out of old wives' tales, then we can morph into conspiracies and.
Okay.
But yeah, this is fun. I like this.
Or
Great.
that
Look at
birds
that.
aren't real. It's a
Brainstorming.
real.
Brainstorming. This is good, guys. This is a great session. I like this. We're doing it for real.
We get a bonus this year then for all
Probably.
Extra 20 minutes.
We'll see how much money I can get. I'll
Actually-
jack up the prices on our sponsors. But well, we got 2 episodes now a week.
Actually,
so.
actually, we just do the regular episode 40 minutes, and then the rest of it just
can't cut
extra
into this
segment.
time.
Yeah.
This is
Tim?
valuable time.
Yes,
Yeah.
Tim.
Well, I'm just saying if you were we're 2 episodes, but equal amount of time.
No, we want more time, more listeners, more money
Okay.
from our sponsors. That's the whole point behind this.
And from our freeloading listeners.
Because we just love to, we love to entertain them.
We do it for love.
But I like this. I'll come up with a segment name this week. I'll text it to you. You come up with some wives' tales next week.
Okay.
Crush them. And like I said, we probably will offend a lot of the older listeners who are, like I said, very married to these old wives' tales because
Entrenched in their beliefs.
Because they have. They've grown up their entire lives. I mean, their dad told them this when they were 6 years old back in 1962. How could they now believe something different?
Yeah. Your dad wouldn't lie to you.
Ever.
Yeah.
All right, Tim, what do you got?
What?
Are you awake?
Yeah,
Tim, are you okay? I'm worried
Fine.
about you, man.
fine. I guess I'm just not as fired up as I have been the last couple
come?
times. I don't know.
Have
It's
you got your
one of those days.
testosterone checked?
I keep
You are
hearing
getting pretty old.
it's fine. I mean,
Are you, well, how do you know? Have you checked?
I mean, it worked fine last night.
Hell
so-
yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Nice humble brag.
Hell yeah. Must be fucking nice.
Vince is just
Fuming.
the Arthur meme, clenching your fist. You have two monitors for your computer, Vince. You have yourself a good time.
It's not the same as having 2 titties in front of your face.
although if we're tying back what we were talking about earlier, apparently I'd be just ready to go to play some soccer today, but I don't think I'm gonna. It's
Oh
hot
no!
out there.
It's
hot out there.
it's like I said, you do it about an hour before. It's not like the night before.
Oh.
That's where it drains you. That's where that's the not a wives' tale, Vince. That's science.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So look at Tim. It's a prime example right here.
I'm a husk
You're
I'm a
right.
husk of myself.
But if you do
Correlation equals causation. That's what I've always learned in all my science classes.
That's science.
Reading data and stuff.
read it and weep.
Yep.
So yeah. Anyway, Tim, you want to do it, and then an hour later, boom, you're on the field, sprinting, chasing a man down with a ball.
Or even like just the morning of your event too. Like as long as it's like within the same day, I'd say.
I don't know, man. It usually
Have
want
your
to sleep
cigarette.
right after. I mean,
Yeah, take a little nap. Have a cigarette. Take a little nap.
like
Yeah,
maybe
usually
so
I'm
rejuvenated for
wiped
the game.
for the rest of the day. If it's, I don't know, man.
maybe that is an age thing, man. Yeah.
Tim's stamina just isn't what it used to be. Yeah, we're talking about 23 to 27-year-old athletes here.
Yeah,
They're ready to go.
I'm well past my prime, which is
So
had never happened.
We don't recommend the coaches to have sex before the game.
Well,
Just
that's
the
kinda,
Well, actually, maybe they should. They'd be a little more calm on the sideline.
like I
a
said,
little more,
most
more zen.
post-nut clarity helps them see everything.
Coach just walks in the room with a clipboard. I know how we're gonna beat him today, guys. I was laying in bed earlier. It just came to me. We're gonna switch up to a 3-5.
That has 2 meanings.
a 3-5-2 formation.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're not gonna be able to handle our attack on the midfield.
Also, I'm really into prostate stimulation.
I just found out my wife stuck her finger up my ass, and
I didn't stop her.
I came immediately.
And I moaned involuntarily. Sounded like a guy just trying to lift a Buick over his head.
This is news to me because this didn't happen at my prostate exam. So maybe my wife just has delicate fingers. But yeah, it's something I'm really into, and I think we could explore this further. That was fun.
That was
All right, well,
Oh, Tim's awake now. That gets him going. Little prostate simulation. Tim's like, yeah!
finished my electrolytic drink.
That is interesting. You drink that a lot. And
That's actually just water,
I've
and
never
I put
noticed.
I
It's the
put
same bottle for the last 4 years.
yeah, probably, but
just leaking plastic into your water.
it's BPA free. I think
I thought you cared about the environment, Tim.
maybe not. I don't know. No, I just have like little powder things I put in if I want a sports drink. with
Crystal
it.
Light,
No, not Crystal Light. Either Liquid IV or
Pedialyte.
no.
I heard Liquid
It's
IV
like the
is
it's
real
it's
nice.
really good. Like it works. Like it's got all the things.
Is
in
it FDA approved, Vince?
Probably not.
I don't know. It seems to it's less sugar and sugary and works a lot better than like even I thought this was Body Armor is way better than Gatorade, but that's like another level. It's a good hangover cure, that's for sure.
All right, here we
I
go.
get those all the time.
There's 2 segments here: top 5 hangover drinks and top 5 sports drinks.
Boom.
Number 1,
You writing
just
these down,
keep
Tyler?
drinking.
Are you gonna remember these?
Steel trap.
Steel trap. I'm sure.
Until I hit
Yeah.
end of podcast, and this whole thing will.
Was that Mickey Mouse?
Woo! Let's go! Yeah, the number 1 hangover drink is a beer.
Fuck that, man.
Just
that's a Bloody
keep
Mary,
drinking.
baby. Bloody Marys.
Yeah, just keep
Caesars.
drinking is the
Yeah.
the number 1 hangover cure.
Like I said, if you watch Trailer Park Boys, they had some like
which is,
sound.
which is based in a lot of science.
Yeah, and sound advice from God, I can't remember. I feel
Ricky,
so bad. No,
Julian, Bubbles,
the park superintendent.
oh, Leahy.
Leahy had a really good sound advice. You don't want to be too like he always kept a breathalyzer on him. You don't want to be too drunk, okay? And you can always test yourself because you always want to be right in the pocket. That way you just keep.
What's the pocket?
What do you say? It was like 0.08 or something like that.
Yeah,
Like right at the line, where you're not gonna like pass out, but you still feel buzzed.
I don't know. 0.08, I think, is back to normal for me. It's
Oh, yeah,
just-
most
I mean, it's like
So Leahy,
I'm
no,
very,
I think
very-
I think it's like point. I think he
Like
said it's like 0.12 or something like that. Like it was like something pretty high.
I don't think I would know I was at 0.08.
Tim's at 0.08. He's like, I haven't drinking in days.
Or he's like, I've been drinking for days at 0.08.
Why?
Doesn't work. The metabolism.
Speaking of, how's your beer diet going?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Go a little hard on 4th of July, obviously, but not bad.
I've been, wanting to bring beer, but at the same time, I'm like, Tyler's trying to not,
Thanks.
and you know,
Vince,
I just didn't want to like be like.
Oh no, you're fine.
Yeah, who cares?
Like I said, well, also too, it's like
I did enough rubbing in last week.
all I did is like, I'm just doing it less. It's like bringing beer on Sunday. I'll have a beer during the podcast. It's fine.
A beer.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Not gonna have a beer.
A beer or 2?
3, 4. I don't know. It's my cheat day. It's my cheat day.
It's a day. That's what I said. You get 2 days a
Okay.
week. That's it.
Okay.
And the parameters on those days get more and more loose as we continue on down life.
Depending on how many beers you have.
But it's working good. I've still lost a little bit of weight. I feel better with myself. I have a little more energy. I'm more tired in the morning, so
That's weird.
yeah,
Huh. Placebo effect.
probably. Hit that wife,
You're like-
Vince.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, man, I should be drinking more. I'm feeling more tired from not drinking. has to be the
It's always
alcohol.
confusing when you're like stone cold sober and you wake up and you just feel so groggy and hungover. And you're like, wait,
Yeah.
Is it fair? What happened?
This makes no sense.
But yeah, the working out has kind of cut back. I've been working a lot, so I haven't had as much time to work out. So
Yeah.
slacking on that. Eating's been going good. No snacks past 8:30.
Nice.
Yeah. So I feel like I like to think I'm healthier.
Yeah.
Probably not.
You
but-
look good, dude.
Oh, thanks, man.
Looking great.
My wife said that, but she's probably
Mhm.
lying. She's a big.
Why would she lie to you?
She's a big yes man.
Is she?
Yeah.
I feel like Robin's the type of lady that's just gonna tell you exactly.
For a lot of things, yeah.
Hmm.
But things that like I'm in the, like my writing. Like if I write something, I'll show it to her. She's like, yeah, this is the greatest thing. Like since
Maybe she actually really enjoys your
Shakespeare.
writing.
probably not. But she's like, this is the greatest thing since Shakespeare. And then I like showed somebody else. I'm like, yeah, this kind of sucks. I'm like, damn it, she lied to me again. But I don't think it's lying. I think it's more of like a spousal biasness.
Yeah.
Probably.
Hmm.
I don't know. I guess we could probably just bring her in and ask.
That's true. It's too hard.
Yeah, she's too far away.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. I could call her, I guess. I don't think she'd come on, even if we asked.
She's hard to convince to come on. That's for sure.
Well, she's got to watch children. I mean, come on.
They're in the
They're
pool.
old enough.
They're in the pool, Tim.
Oh
They're
yeah,
fine.
yeah. That's,
They're in
That's a
water.
great place to leave them.
Clark will take care of it.
He's like Lassie. He'll let us know.
He'll start barking if something's happening.
Yeah.
Or
Literally
or,
anything.
or
Or if
anything
nothing's
else.
happening.
Yeah.
Literally, yeah. So.
in safe hands.
Yeah.
We should do like a spouse podcast episode where just our 3 spouses come
Okay,
in.
cool.
You'll find someone, Vince. I know you will.
Really salting that wound.
Poor Vince.
It's okay. I don't want a spouse. I just want.
Okay, our significant. When you find a nice lady who can tolerate you for an extended period of time, we'll just have them all come on
It's a
and just
unicorn.
have like a regular podcast, like, but don't even mention that they're not us. That's a fun idea.
That'd be really.
It'd probably
funny.
be a terrible podcast. The
Probably.
quality would be awful.
Yeah.
But
Well,
depending
Vince,
on who you find as a lover.
if you would just stop being a whale and just, you gotta lower your standards or whatever that
So
term is.
here,
you
here's
told
what we're
me.
gonna do, Vince. Vince, what we're
Isn't
gonna
that
do?
what you called
Fat,
it?
you son of a bitch.
What
No,
we're
you use that term for yourself, like about
yeah, he
getting
can,
your.
a whale
getting-
can call himself a whale, but not other people who aren't whales. Tim.
That's a term that you use for consumers, not for like potential spouses.
Yeah. I don't know. You're picky.
No, it's not. I will spend more money for
Are
a
whales
product.
picky?
No, it's a whale is a consumer who is happy to spend more money on a product, even though like
Are you calling women product, Tim?
Women are things. What? I'm kidding.
All right.
That's a
Anyway, what
joke.
we're gonna do next Tinder date that you have, Vince. Seal the
Good
deal.
joke.
Do your business. You don't have to fall in love or anything, but like the morning after, when you wake up, just be like, "Hey, I'm gonna need you to come on my podcast."
I'm sure that'll yank her panties right back off too. They have a podcast. Like holy.
That's
shit.
not part. That's not on your Tinder profile. It's not Vince podcaster.
No, it is.
30-year-old
That's probably
man.
why I haven't gotten
Haven't
into
got a
Tinder
date in
dates.
so long. Like, oh, this guy.
Yeah. Oh, how unique.
Another white guy podcast.
Yeah.
Great. This is gonna be a fun date.
But they keep saying they want a guy with like that's funny, and I'm just like, okay, listen to my podcast. You'll see how funny I am. I'm hilarious. The funniest guy on the podcast.
I don't think so.
Of course you don't. Tim, tell us who's funny.
I think we can agree that Tim's not the funniest person on the podcast.
Would Tim agree with that? Oh shit! You even gonna
We got some humor.
pat
egos
yourself
in
on
here.
the back there?
I'm saying nothing. I got nothing.
Who's
I'm not.
funnier, me or
I think
Vince?
that's
That's what I wanna
that's
know.
silly to argue who's funnier. Like
Why is that
It's
between
not.
the
It's
three
not
of us.
objective, or is it subjective?
it is very subjective.
It's not subjective at
It's
all.
not subjective. It's very objective.
Humor is fact.
Yeah.
And who's funnier, me or Vince?
don't make me. Don't,
Well, I'll
don't,
put-
don't,
Not gonna
don't
hurt
put-
anybody's
don't
feelings.
Put
Tim.
me.
I'm
don't
doing
put
the
me in that,
Instagram story
in that,
poll.
in that corner. No.
Should I put it? I'll do a Twitter poll too.
Yeah, out of the 2 people that vote, it'll be very conclusive evidence.
God, Tim,
I just
stop.
I will say this: if Grady votes on either of them, his vote is
His
a
vote
wash.
doesn't count.
His vote is a wash
Mm.
because he has no
All right.
idea what's funny.
Sorry, listeners. Tim, you're gonna filibuster and then take a picture of me and Vince while you're filibustering.
Why
For the podcast listeners, the YouTubers can watch us take a picture together.
can't we just do this afterwards?
No,
I mean,
it's fresh.
what? What?
Photograph. Turn
Okay.
your seat, Vince. Scoot back, Tim. You're in our face.
Do I leave the headphones on? I'll take them off.
Yeah,
got
don't
it.
matter.
Got it. So I'm not even included in this poll.
No. What did you get it?
I hope it's the worst picture I've ever taken in my entire life.
Here, I'll include you in the Twitter poll.
We'll throw you a bone.
Yeah.
Our social media platform with the least amount of listeners, we'll let you be on.
We have to set some ground rules here. This can't hurt anybody's feelings, okay? This doesn't ruin our relationships when I get voted first.
Not gonna get first,
Okay.
though. That's the thing.
Well, it's also not fair because I think most of the people on the Instagram are probably your friends.
They're actually wrong.
They're
I
actually
think they're wrong. Most of them are Robin's friends.
don't listen.
Yeah.
Well, I know of Tyler. I don't know who this Vince is, but I'm gonna assume probably
it's Tyler.
probably funnier. Yeah.
Wait,
No,
how do you
no,
make a
Vince.
poll? I don't know how to do Instagram.
That's why I don't use it.
Somebody help!
I already did the Twitter one. Super easy.
Yeah.
This is super easy.
I don't understand Instagram.
Who?
Get Twitter then, Tim.
Is-
It's
I
great.
have a Twitter.
Oh, you do? Oh.
Yeah.
Should I say?
I've
just
had
say-
I've had a
how'd you put it?
Twitter.
Did you say who
for-
is funnier?
Yeah.
Who is
Who's
funnier?
funnier?
What's funny? What's funny?
I
What's
made
funny?
what's that called? The apostrophe S.
Hmm?
Who's funnier? Who is funnier? What's that called? When you
Ampersand.
What?
when you mash those two words
A
together. and you
contraction?
contraction. There you go. Contraction? Is that really what it is?
I don't know. Maybe.
Ladies, pregnant women are having
I just.
grammar.
I think that's right. I don't know. Sometimes I pull things out of my ass, so who knows?
Can you draw on a story?
You're the grammar guy though on the podcast, man.
I do it on instinct, and
And I'm
most
sorry I
time
have
it's
to
right.
do this to you, Tim. You're kind of a grammar Nazi. I know you don't like that, but
I would say more
The
of a
word Nazi.
vocabulary Nazi.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean grammar, like where a comma goes or whatever.
Hey Vince, I'm tagging you in this, so make sure you share.
Ooh. Haven't opened my Instagram in a minute.
You are now.
Okay. Well, I'll make sure to do that.
This is awful podcasting.
Mm-hmm.
This is terrible.
Me and Tim were
That's true.
filibustering really well.
Yeah.
Then you ruined it. Your negative attitude.
All right, I apologize.
Thank you. I accept.
So you got to get on your Instagram and share this to your story. That way your friends can see it, so it's more fair.
The last time I opened my Instagram was because it was when I followed all the Instagram thoughts. So we'll see how many of them vote for me.
Guys, do I look fat in this
THOT
picture?
thoughts.
No, you look great.
I look like I'm minutes from death.
Well, it doesn't help that I'm like a twig now.
That's true.
Anyway.
You got something, Tim?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Still?
Thought that meant you had something.
Nope.
I was ready for
I have
it.
no help today.
You're a great help. Tim.
No. I've been offended. I've been dragged through the mud.
Why are you offended?
I don't know.
That you're not funny?
Yeah.
It's not your
You're
fault.
funny.
Tim.
Yeah, you're funny, Tim.
You're just not as funny as us.
And Tyler's not as funny as me. You know, like we have a hierarchy.
False.
We have a hierarchy of things. Yeah, that doesn't mean you're not. You're still funnier than like a lot of people. When the only other two people you're compared to is me and Tyler. Like,
Okay. Works for me. Yeah.
damn it, Tim.
Just so
we
nonchalant.
set the ground rules. Nobody was gonna get mad about it.
Tim, here's what we're gonna do. Next week, you're gonna take some sort of stimulating drug,
Ooh.
whether it be caffeine or cocaine. I don't care what it is, but next week you're gonna come busting through that door as like a ball full of energy, ready to podcast like you've never podcasted before.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah, it's in stone. He's agreed to it.
Oh yeah, I might not be here next week.
Wait, why? What do you have going on?
I think I might have to go back west, but
And I'm not gonna be here the week after.
yeah.
So you have to be here because we have to record 2 weeks worth of content next week. Fine, you'll be MIT for 2 weeks straight.
MIT.
MIA.
MIA.
I am the Massachusetts Institute of Technology.
MIA. You may be smarter, Vince, but I'm funnier. Okay.
That's being stupid doesn't mean that you're
Yeah.
funny. Like that's not a thing.
I was just defending myself there. I wasn't saying what I said was funny.
Oh.
I'm saying in general. But yeah,
All right.
let me know.
Okay, yeah, I'll let you know.
As
But
soon as
I don't
possible.
know. I mean, yeah.
When are you leaving?
I don't know.
All right, well, we'll figure something out. This week. In other news, in very sad news, tragic news, James Caan died this week.
Jimmy
Who?
Caan.
Actor James Caan, Godfather, Elf.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's the dad of an elf.
Oh.
That's probably what you'd recognize him from most.
I haven't watched that movie in so long.
Have you seen the movie Misery?
Stephen King.
Probably not.
I mean, worst taste in movies too. But James Caan, legendary actor, died.
Yeah.
Very sad, but he was 82, so it's like, man.
Yeah, that's the
Nothing.
third movie gangster that's died this
Who
year.
else died?
Ray Liotta.
Oh, I forgot about Ray.
And was it the guy from
Dude, Ray.
Polly Walnuts?
Ray hit me hard.
Who's a
I don't know why.
Hmm.
Ray hit me hard. It's like Ray Liotta died.
Where'd he hit you?
Like when it said when I saw the news that Ray Liotta died, I was like, no, Ray can't die. I don't know why. That was literally my initial reaction. I was like, he's not dead. And I don't know why. I'm not even a big Ray. Like I love Goodfellas,
Yeah.
but like I have no like emotional connection to Ray Liotta whatsoever. But he was, for some reason in my mind, I was just like, no, he can't. He just can't. I don't know why, but it was really bizarre.
Yeah.
I can't explain why. So
I get it, kind of. Not really, but I mean, it didn't seem like he was.
He was
that
older
old.
than you thought.
Yeah.
In more tragic news, the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh!
I saw
yeah.
that.
He passed away. And it
Was he like
was
snorkeling or something?
Tough week for Japan.
I have no idea. What's wrong with what else happened?
The former prime minister.
Oh
of
yeah, he got shot in
Japan.
the back.
Yeah, with a homemade gun. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Homemade shotgun.
Anyway, we're talking about
Weird.
people in the arts, Tim. The Yu-Gi-Oh guy, wasn't he snorkeling?
I have no idea. I didn't know how he died.
They found
They
his
found him in the
body off
water.
like the coast or something.
Yeah.
Really? I have no idea. I just saw like all the like T's and P's and condolences on Twitter and stuff. Which like I don't know if you guys, of course you guys haven't. Again, you don't like good art. That's what Tyler would say. Anyways, old school Yu-Gi-Oh dude was like, that was dark and intense, man. Like
I know nothing of
Like
Yu-Gi-Oh.
season 1 Yu-Gi-Oh, or are you talking about the manga?
the manga mostly.
Because the guy who died was the creator of the manga, right?
Yeah, but
It
he also
wasn't-
did
he did-
animation,
okay.
some animations for the show too. Like he has some dope ass ones. But yeah, the manga was like super dark, where like it was, at least in the beginning, it was less about like the game of Yu-Gi-Oh and more just about like gambling games and like, yeah, it was wild.
R.I.P. man, it's sad.
Yeah, it was a bummer. Like Yu-Gi-Oh, the card game was like that was like my gateway drug into trading card games. So
He was only He was only like 60, wasn't he?
he was less than that. I think he was like in his early 50s. Yeah.
That's why I never go to the ocean. Ain't no ocean taking me out.
Dude, I was trying to find sharks when I
I'm
went.
scared of heights. I'm scared of wildlife. I'm scared of the earth.
Desperately trying to fight a shark when I went. They were pussies.
Fight me, you great white! You're just standing in the water. Are you not entertained? Well,
It'd be a fair fight. I'm just saying.
be a good fight. I'd watch it.
Yeah,
I'd pay
for
money
sure.
for it.
Yeah.
You should have been taking videos for the content,
Again, they didn't show up, so it's like I had to delete all the videos. Just me just standing in the water.
which is hilarious.
I'm gonna go punch a shark.
You screaming, "Fight me, coward!"
People just standing around. I was like, "He okay?"
Bath salts again.
Yep.
We weren't in Florida, okay?
You weren't that
It's like-
far though.
North Carolina's upper Florida, you know.
Damn, cold blooded. That's shots fired.
Florida is just the East Coast of Tim.
Yeah.
Have you guys watched the newest Stranger Things yet? I wanted to bring
Working
this up
on it.
earlier.
I binge watched a
Oh.
couple episodes last night. I'm on episode 4.
Gotcha, dude.
Mm.
The last episode fucked me up.
I heard it was good.
Yeah.
It fucked me up,
Don't,
dude.
don't say anything more.
I shed
ready
tears.
to
Yeah, it's already
I
been-
shed
Well,
tears.
I shed tears
Spoiled.
season 1. Of
Oh my god, you're gonna be
Stranger Things.
bawling.
Oh, don't say that.
You're gonna be
Oh
bawling.
fuck!
Yeah.
Spoiler! Don't say anything more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. It's really good.
I haven't watched it yet, and yeah, it's been spoiled for me already.
Oh
and,
no!
yeah.
Who spoiled it for you?
No.
I didn't do that. I wouldn't do that. Facebook?
My-
Punch-
no,
punch
well,
him,
yeah.
Punch him right in the face, Tim. That's what you
Yeah,
on
Facebook memes with a combination of
Oh yeah, I was scrolling. I saw
conversations
somebody, on
that
Twitter,
I've
there was some,
overheard.
like meme about. I just saw Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Swung my finger as fast as I could. I got the hell out of there.
yeah.
So yeah, I got to get caught up. I definitely binge watched last night. I'll probably binge watch it tonight too because it just gets. The writers are so good on that show, man.
Mhm.
They're just so good. I love it. What are the Duffer Brothers?
Yeah.
Like I despise the '80s, and I have no attraction to
Really?
the '80s aesthetic. I just think it's stupid and overplayed, and like it's just so uncool. and people trying to think they're. I just hate the 80s in general.
Interesting.
I love their aesthetic of their entire show.
Yeah.
Of it being in the 80s. I'm so cool with it. So, but yeah, it's really good. I'm really liking it so far. And you did finish the second part of it too.
Yeah.
Episode 9 or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
It was
really
like 2.5 hours, like something like that.
Yeah,
The
weren't
last
like the last
episode?
2 episodes like movie length.
They were about an hour and a half,
Nice.
I think,
Uh,
per episode.
Oh, sorry to go off of that. Got some other news that's kind of intriguing for Vince. Let me find it real quick. You guys keep talking about Stranger Things if you want.
I have nothing to talk about because I haven't watched. I've watched the first episode, but I don't remember much. I got to start over and.
But you got to finish Better Call
Yeah.
Saul now because you already started that. It's like, oh man,
Can't break away from that.
Yeah.
Even though I know exactly what happens.
Nothing's gonna surprise me,
Still.
but you know.
Still, I don't know. That show gets me.
George R.R. Martin has a blog that is his way of communicating with fans. It's called Not a Blog.
Dude, he's
Um,
hilarious. He's funnier than me and you.
The answer was looking us right in the face the whole time. But he did come out, and his entire blog post was dedicated to Winds of Winter.
Oh, cool. He's like, I'm not gonna finish it. Suck these nuts. Deal with it,
I'm
nerds.
gonna
It was-
keep cashing
It
my
was one
check.
of those things. It was like the first time in a long time that he's like specifically talked about Winds of Winter. But then at the same time, it was like, well, we have. He pretty much talks that he is a Gardner writer, where he just starts writing, and whatever happens. It comes to him naturally. And so yeah, sometimes he writes a whole bunch and then just throws it all away and starts over and does different things and lets things come up naturally. But he is working on it. He says he's working on a Tyrion chapter currently. He did say it is going to deviate from the show.
No shit.
Deviate from the
He
show.
he kind of R&D'd that one, you know.
He said some of the people who died in the show might not die in the books, and some of the people who didn't die in the show might die in the books. So he gave it. He said a lot.
The show and the books already diverted so
No, I know.
hard already. Like,
Yeah.
I know, but that's my point. The entire blog post was him saying a lot without actually saying
Yeah,
anything.
he knows what not to do apparently. So
Not
with
even.
the show.
So yeah, apparently he's making progress on it. He's excited for you to see the ending of the series. And he says
Yeah, me too.
And he says it's going to be
Hold my breath, George.
He says it's going to be a lot different than the show. There's going to be some people who like the show more, some people who like the book more, but he's excited for all of us to see it.
We're gonna be dead by then. He'll be dead.
How long has it been? 15 years since he released
16.
it? 16. Okay. Wow.
Maybe less. Maybe it was when was the last time?
How many people have died waiting for
No,
this?
I think he released a book in 2011.
In the same series or
Yeah. So Game of Thrones is actually the first book in the series.
Yeah,
The
right.
series is
Yeah.
called A Song of Ice and
Well, I
Fire.
thought the last one was
Fire and Blood was the most recent one, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure.
Well, that's a spin-off one.
Oh, sorry, not
Yeah.
Fire and Blood.
Fire and Blood's the Targaryen
Yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah. What's it called? Dance of Dragons. That was the most recent one.
A Dance of Dragons came out in July of 2011.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So the show was already going on.
Had
then, yeah.
just started.
Yeah.
So it's been 11 years. This month. 11 years this month. He is working on it, though, he says.
Good.
I mean, I guess it's not near as long as I thought.
Well,
it
let's.
was,
Well,
but,
hold on.
you know.
But still 11 years, Tim?
Yeah.
Even I wrote a book last year. Dear God. Nowhere near the level of skill, but
When's your HBO show coming out?
I'm waiting for it to get picked up.
All right.
It'd be like
I mean, you might have a shot with Netflix.
My
I mean,
entire book would be like a Love, Sex, and Robots, or whatever that show's called.
yeah.
Have you watched it?
No, I want
show?
to. It's on my list. Oh,
it's
yeah.
good.
Oh my. George R. R. Martin is 73 years old. We will never.
Overweight. Like, just not in good health at all.
We will never, ever, ever see the end of the series.
We won't.
There's no way at a 70. So let's say by some freak chance he finishes writing it this next month, and then it's got to go to the editors and publishers, and they got to.
Oh, he can die as long as it's done.
No, but that's just his book. That's Winds of
I
Winter.
see, yeah.
It'll finally get published at best fall of 2023. Fall of 2023. Now we need to wait at least 11 more years, in which he would be 84 years old. That ain't coming out, dude. Never. If you are a Song of Ice and Fire fan of the books, you will never see the end of the series
Or at least not
by him.
not by
He
him.
said though. He said if he dies, he's taking it all with him, taking him to the grave.
You fucking selfish piece of
You didn't
shit.
know that?
No, I thought he said he's told
He-
very
at the-
close friends the ending, so that way if he
Well, he may have, but he said he's not letting anybody really finish the books. And like even if his like wife survives him, she'll burn his computer,
Fucking
his
worthless.
1990 computer.
piece of shit.
So Game of Thrones is pretty much already finished because if he's not going to let anybody else do it,
Well, Tyler, I guess you better start writing.
I'll just write my fan fiction of Game of Thrones.
We're gonna have to because that's all we're gonna have.
Somebody's
to
going to
finish
do something.
it. That's all we're gonna have is fan fiction to finish the fucking series. Sorry, I'm a little worked up now.
No, that's right. I'm surprised you didn't know that.
Like I said, I was under the impression that he has close friends that do know that are also authors and that can finish it off.
They might have an
hopefully.
idea, just like what's D&D or
DB Weiss
DB
and
Weiss and
whatever his
Dan,
name
whatever.
is.
They knew the ending, or at least a rough idea of the ending
Yeah,
Mhm.
for the show.
for the characters. I think
Yeah.
the main group. So yeah, I'm sorry to break that news, Stevens. I thought that was common knowledge. I mean, yeah, he said no, but it ends with me, and if I go, the series goes.
At least I found the Horus Heresy series to.
That's true. At
'Cause
least,
that has-
at
that
least
has-
you have like a backup.
Yeah, that because that'll never end. There's like 60 some books in this series,
Yeah.
so like I'll never run out of,
See, you're
of
safe.
content.
You're safe.
Yeah.
But it is a bummer.
Yeah.
Especially for you. I'm surprised. I'm sorry you didn't know that. I wouldn't have dropped the ball, like dropped the hammer like that if I knew you didn't know.
I mean, am I surprised? No, not surprised at all. But
Hey, good news. He's working on it.
great. That way we can potentially get the next book, just to leave us on a huge cliffhanger, and then not know anything after that.
If you get the next book, you'll get a huge cliffhanger, and
Yeah.
that'll
Yeah.
be it.
Yep, great, perfect. So mad.
you have a serious love-hate relationship with George R. R. Martin.
Oh, I hate him as a person.
Love his artistic mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
He
hate him
did
as
he
a
did
person.
help give you Elden Ring.
Great.
Well,
I would have much rather.
He gave you some lore. In
Yeah.
Elden Ring. He didn't even give you.
I would have much rather he'd been working on the books instead of working on video games and more TV series, and then other books about the series that you haven't finished yet. Figure it out. Figure it out.
Well, I think that's it for today, unless Tim has come up with something to say.
Nope, still blank. All right.
Lots of energy next week.
there's the title. Tim is blank.
How do you think I'm gonna name it? I'm the only person who gets a title named after my own name.
You're right. That was
How
way
dare
that
you.
was way out of line for me.
Tyler's
I'm
co-host
so
is
sorry.
blank. Gone blank.
A guy that sometimes records with Tyler and brings ideas sometimes, as mine is blank. All right,
Great,
thanks, guys, for
great
listening.
title. I love it.
Thanks, guys, for
Rolls
listening.
right off the tongue.
We
Yeah.
love you, appreciate you. Subscribe on the YouTube so you know when we go live. Yada yada yada. Share with your friends. Anything else? That's
Give
it?
us money, please.
Give us money, please, on
so we
Patreon.com/Garage
can,
Talk.
so we can all quit our. Well, me and Tyler can quit our shitty jobs.
Tim needs a backup plan.
Tim, I think, enjoys his job as a thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's fine.
I would. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't do it for free, but I would do
Right.
it. I might do it less.
He wouldn't. Yeah, he wouldn't entirely.
Yeah.
He needs that sawdust.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Anyway, love you, appreciate you. See you, bye. Bye. Okay, I fucked that up. Goodbye.